All right, a couple minutes to play with on a Wednesday. Good stuff from Mark Breland. Just to clarify, too, so Monday, WBC, I guess really when you look at it, Rob, the decision was to just give Thurman the mandatory title shot without having him box in any interim title bout or a final elimination fight. And you brought up a good point during the break. I mean, it's tough to really penalize guys for doing their job as opposed to an opponent bailing out, or if it gets injured, or in this case, a failed drug test.
Well, he was ready. So by him being ready, I don't think that he should be penalized. And boxing is such a sensitive sport where, there's only a short window of opportunity for you to be your best. And so what are they going to do? They're going to make him fight another a mandatory, which is going to be a few months down the line, which is a few months taken off of his
But
career.
let me ask you a question. If Thurman failed a drug test and he tested positive before the cancellation, before the Povetkin fight, for the banned the stimulant, and what is it, DMA? Okay. Why then the WBC allows him to remain in the fight?
Well, it's the equivalent of going to jail and you serving your time. He served his time and he did everything that what they asked of him to do to put himself back in that position. And so once he's back in that position, he was ready, and now Povetkin wasn't ready. So, and he fell victim to what Deontay fell victim to with him. So, but at the same time, when he was ready for Povetkin. So, yeah. And from a boxing sake, I think that, let's move things on. But, like you said, it's not fair for Deontay, who still has to fight all these mandatories, as opposed to him going to and bettering not only his career, but also boxing in general, because I hate the saying where they say, well, the heavyweight division is dead. So if the heavyweight division is dead, then boxing is dead. Well, we have to breathe some life back into the heavyweight division, and with the delays, that's not going to make it happen. That's going to only delay the heavyweight division prospering like it once was.
Yeah. So again, good stuff from Mark Breland, who, by the way, will be down here during the inaugural induction ceremony and celebration May 26th, 27th, and the 28th. Which is right around the corner. All the information on the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame website, acbhof.com as well. So
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. And you got a great slate of fights coming up. And like I said, PBC, I've been critical of them in the past, but when you buy a lot of airtime, and this is what the fight fans want, you brokerage that airtime. You want to put on fights that the fans want to see. They don't want to have to pay for necessarily watching PPV-wise. You got a really good card this weekend. You also get a chance, if you never follow female boxing, Heather Hardy's on the card as well. There's a bunch of very good female fighters along the East Coast. But
I think it's a thing of, and not to cut you off, I'm sorry. I think it's a thing of, when PBC first started, it was a thing of, I guess for lack of a better way of saying it, from a boxing standpoint, they were still wet behind the ears. But now I think that they've ironed out what.
As long as you give competitive fights,
and they're doing what they have to do. I think that like you said, the ratings prove that the fan base is still out there. You just have to put in good fights. Now, I do wish that boxing in itself know their role, in the sense of let's not have Garcia and Thurman. That's going to be on regular TV.
Yes,
that's a treat for the fans, but that's also a treat for boxing.
Of course, it is.
And I think that if they keep going along those lines, or have you, I think boxing will rise. But you can't put out there for a $60 payment, a pay-per-view payment, for something like a Wilder versus one of these low-tier guys.
You can't.
You know what I mean?
So, and like I said, when we talked about Roy Jones Jr. and Bobby Gunn for the 20-something odd bucks, that's a treat.
That's fine.
Right. I'm sorry. And again, full disclosure, I called the fights. I'm not spending $49.95, or I'm just not. I'm sorry, or $59 to watch that fight. By the way, too, Mario Barrios, he's a really good prospect, super lightweight. He's on that card this weekend. But as far as Garcia Thurman, I think it's a toss-up. I think you get the slight edge. I think people will give the slight edge to Thurman because he's the bigger boxer. He's the stronger fighter. Garcia is a very good counterpuncher. He's a tough kid. We know that. I'm just wondering if all the theatrics and all the antics from his father, in the beginning he did it because he wanted to take the pressure off of him, but I'm just wondering somewhere along the way if they got too much. And look, You're talking about a Danny Garcia that's fought 33 times in his career. He's never lost. He's 33-0. He's been dealing with this in the past, but it just seemed as though it was ratcheted up a notch over the past month or so with all the things that Angel said.
Well, it's been put up a notch because of the importance of this fight. But let's not. Angel Garcia has always been Angel Garcia. He just probably never said some of the things that he said, but there's a lot of things that he's said that's not too far from that base. So, when we talk about pressure being put on Danny, I would like to think that that's not going to be. I think it's just he's at work like he's always been at work. I don't think that that's going to put too much pressure on Danny.
Who do you like in the fight?
I'm going to lean towards Danny, and on point Danny, because like I said, Danny, to me, when he's faced with an opponent who, like with the
Matisse fight, to me was a defining moment of his career because he showed a ridiculous amount of heart and toughness in that fight. Yeah. But again, then I look at some of the other fights, and when he wanted to move up, you clean out the division. There's nothing more. Who else are you going to fight? I understand that, but it is a different animal. They've got substantially more power, I think, at 147. I think he's going to get tested Saturday night. I don't see a stoppage. Now,
I do see a stoppage.
You do? You think Garcia stops Thurman?
No. You asked me who's going to win. So, I mean...
well, if you think Garcia's going to win...
No, I do think that he's going to win. Because that's more like a tug of war type thing. Like if I have to come up with but who do I really truly feel is going to win? That's a toss up, just like you said.
It's a loaded question. Give me your honest answer. Who wins and how?
Again, it's a toss up. I really can't say that. But if I have to pick some, if I had to pick, boxing is the theater I'm there unexpected. And in this fight, I think that is even more polarized.
All right, then let me ask you this: is it a body shot? Garcia stops him with a body shot. You're saying he's working?
No, he's gonna clip him. He's gonna clip him, or he's gonna get clipped. I don't think, and I don't think it's going to be a drag out fight in the sense of him wearing him down or him wearing. No, I don't think it's going to be a thing of anybody wearing anybody down, anybody being head and shoulders above the other opponent. I just think that somebody's going to get clipped.
It's just my gut tells me Garcia just finds a way. Really, he does. I'm just not counting Thurman out. I think Thurman wants to come out. The problem is Thurman's got to he's got to bank those early rounds. He does. Garcia doesn't go anywhere. I don't think there's going to be a stoppage. I think it goes to distance. Again, I got to make a prediction. I'll make a prediction. Man, it's. I think this is Thurman's time, though. I think it's Thurman's time. I think it's easy to say Garcia. I think this is Thurman's time to shine. I do.
I have too much respect for...
I have a lot of respect for Garcia as well, both of them.
I'm saying I have too much respect for the thought pattern of theater of the unexpected. Okay. I just think that either one of them both of these guys have the ability to beat the other.
It's going to be a heck of a fight.
Oh yeah, it's going to put boxing definitely on the map, especially because it's on free TV and if people come out, people will. If you give them good quality fights, they will come out.
We got to start wrapping up. Don't forget, next week as well, you got the card on the 11th at the Claridge. You got Anthony Juice Young. Looks like Thomas Lamana has added a couple good fights to that card. Now, Leroy Davila is not going to be on that card. Something fell out. So you got Kevin Asmet from North Jersey. Brendan Barrett's on that card. Gabby Phom's on that card. So you got a pretty good card, and again, that's at the Claridge next weekend. That'll be a Saturday. If you want to get some ticket information as well, rspboxing.com. So again, a little local flavor in our backyard. So I'm going to go Thurman, and you're going to go, you just want to see a good fight.
Like I said, if you twist my arm, then it's gone. I'm Garcia.
You know what? As long as you get a good fight, like I said, I thought we got into it pretty good with that fight as well as the Wilder and Washington. All right, got to start wrapping up. Good stuff from Mark Breland. I know you'll be out and about this weekend as well. You're not going to be on the road, so hopefully we'll be back in the saddle again next week, and we'll have a lot to talk about as always, right?
Oh yeah, looking forward to it. And I think we're going to have a lot to talk about.
All right, everyone. We always appreciate you guys joining us on another edition of Double Job Boxing Podcast, powered by the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame and exclusively on TriX57. Check them out online, TriX57.com. Have a good week. We'll be back in the saddle next Wednesday, as always, from 7 to 8 right here on TriX57 with the Double Job Boxing Podcast, again, powered by the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. For Rob Scott, I'm Rich Quinones. Have a good night.